Yo, yo, what up? ¿Qué pasa? Yaxprawes and Mayangi Salvete. How's it going? Hope all is good with y'all. Thanks for checking out my video here today. So I had some more thoughts after I published the video. I think it was yesterday, day before. It was about 2 or 3 a.m., whenever it was. So I don't recall exactly, but I had some more thoughts regarding Galadriel's armor, and because I continued looking and researching it after I published the one video. And after that video, I got lost on Pinterest again. So, that was pretty awesome. And I mean, if you take nothing else away from this video, just take away the main point that there is more amazing stuff on Pinterest than I've seen in the Rings of Power still images here, and in anything from like the trailer. I mean, there is cooler stuff on Pinterest, for crying out loud, than what I've seen in the daggum trailer for Rings of Power. So, case in point, here we have Lady Gala Galadriel, and I went into a lot of detail about that, so about this particular armor as it relates to historical examples last time, and so I won't belabor that. I just like to show some stuff that I found online after I finished that video, and I mean, it's so much better than this. So going over, I mean, even a search for, I was actually looking for this image, and I searched for Galadriel armor, and I found better stuff just in a daggum image search than I did, than is in that picture. I mean, for instance, this gentle lady here, I mean, this looks kind of cool. The stuff on daggum Etsy, for crying. I mean, it's on Etsy. By the Valar, it's on Etsy. I mean, by Grabthar's hammer, what a savings. I mean, it's like, holy crap, guys. I mean, this sort of thing looks decent. I mean, and you can wear a coat of mail under that and you'll be fine. And so, boy, I don't know. I don't want to spoil what I found, because I looked at Aragorn's armor just now as well. So I'll just go chronologically. I'll look at what I saw on Etsy, or what I saw on Pinterest. Let's see here. It wasn't that one. Let's do, well, I'll just jump right in. I mean, daggum. I mean, this sort of thing. I mean, look at that. That's just daggum freaking cool, man. I mean, you wanna do a warrior princess thing, fine. Okay. You wanna do Xena, fine. Okay. I mean, I've got other thoughts on that, but I'll save that for another video. But I mean, look at the detail on this thing. I don't know who posted this, but you can actually see the address here. So I'm not claiming this as my own in any way. I'm not even on Pinterest, really. I'm not. Well, I had one a long time ago. I'm not logged in. I'm just image searching, all right? And in like 20 minutes of image searching, I found stuff that was cooler than this. I mean, the more I looked, the more this right here, this looks like garbage, man. I mean, my point about the mail is, I mean, it still stands, and I will show you why. So, I mean, this one, I mean, look at that. She's wearing the mail underneath the plate, which is how it should work. She has more space up here. I do believe that's the gorge. Real quick. The gorge is the neck armor that you can see here, also known as a bever in some cases, but here is another example of a gorget, which it has to float on top of the breastplate. Again, hers doesn't do that at all. Terrible, terrible, terrible design. I mean, good thing she's a type B and doesn't have an Adam's apple, I guess. You know, so, okay. Let's see. This is one that I showed the other day. I mean, you just look through here at this stuff on daggum Pinterest, and I mean, this stuff that people are actually wearing, that people have actually made, this stuff is more amazing than what I saw in the Prime Ring trailer. Any of that stuff that I've seen from Prime. I mean, look. I mean, check this out. You know, here's another lady. I mean, she's got the mail going on. She's got the plate going on. And I mean, I'm not sure what this is actually. So I'm not going to I'm not going to come out and say that it's the best thing ever. Again, the cuirass is a little too long, but I mean, she's actually walking around. She's using it. You know, you've got all kinds of just amazing stuff. I love getting lost in concept art. I love looking at concept art. It's amazing to see what people can come up with. I try my hand at it and I dabble. I used to draw a little bit. And so I just think it's a lot of fun. And so, I mean, check this out. Here is exactly my point from this. This is just amazing. It illustrates my point perfectly from the other day, from yesterday. This guy has the mail. See how how the mail protects the joints. He's wearing mail underneath the plate. And on that particular note, I will even admit, I had a great conversation. I was having a great conversation with a YouTuber in the comments on my first analysis of Lady Gala Galadriel's armor. And we arrived at the understanding that, in fact, even though Tolkien himself in Lord of the Rings does not mention much at all about armor, it's pretty vague. Even though it's pretty vague, he talks about mail and scale a little bit and allows for greaves, which cover the shins, and maybe some spalders, maybe some vambraces, which cover the forearms, because that is the apex of technology at the time of the Norse, Germanic, Viking ages, from which Tolkien was drawing a lot of inspiration, so much inspiration for his legendarium. So basing it basically on Vikings who didn't have a lot of plate technology, you essentially have a helmet and a sword and a shield and a knee-length hauberk, which is a shirt of mail or chain mail, however you prefer to say it, or habergeon. Habergeon, I believe, is another term, and that the habergeon might be a little shorter. I will double check on that too. But you have a hauberk, which is a knee-length coat of mail. It's basically just a big overcoat. And this gentleman is wearing something kind of like that. So here is another one, another example, and this illustrates, this is beautiful, except for this right here. Looks like a 3D render, actually. I mean, this is amazing. I don't know this person. I don't know any of the backstory behind it. But from my first cursory glance overview, this looks pretty daggum good. And it illustrates the point of having the mail cover the exposed joints. So another one, And I mean, you get into some of this and you see some of these. I mean, okay, so I mean, look at that. This is, I mean, yes, it's fantasy. Yes, it's a little odd, maybe, but it looks so much better than that. I mean, that the more I look at this, the more I go, I'm just like, I why? Why Amazon? Why? I mean, she doesn't have to have all the parade festoonery, but I mean, even, shoot, Xena kept her armor clean, for crying out loud. Even the shrink-wrapped plastic looked clean. I mean, she hasn't even fought a battle yet, and her armor's dirty. And I just can't give this chainmail, this mail stuff here, a pass anymore. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. It looks like garbage. I mean, it looks sloppy. You don't see this. That was my point. You do not see this in historical examples. I mean, it just was not made like this. I mean, that's a waste of material, and material is expensive. It took 2 months to make a shirt of mail. 2 months. So, I mean, you know that the armorers have to be efficient with the material that they have. And this material is doing nothing. So, returning to this, I mean, yes, this is kind of goofy, but I mean, if you just look at the lines and look at the colors, I think that looks so much better than something like this. I mean, I just appreciate the overall, I guess, silhouette, if you will. And there are others. I mean, because some of these are actually going to be slightly more functional. I don't know. See, and then you just get into a lot of goofy stuff. But, you know, sometimes, like this one, you know, you find a gem here and there. And I mean, this one, for instance, looks better. You know, I mean, that's a simple thing. And it fits her, you know, it even has the mail, you know, covering the joints where it needs to be. So, you know, I mean, there's just a lot of different things going on. And there's so many other options that they could have gone with. That's my point. Like I said, I mean, that one to me really stands out. And then there are others, like, based on that. I mean, so yeah, something like that, maybe. I mean, that's a little more cartoonish, but hey, I mean, at this point. So, I mean, you've just got it's just, you can just get lost in this kind of stuff. I mean, this one looks halfway decent. I mean, I'd have to dig into it and see where the layers go, but I mean, it looks functional, all right? Let's see, there was another one, a couple more. And here we have, like, this one. I think this is a 3D render, it looks like. And I mean, this one looks like a design for a lady. You know, oh, this is interesting. I think the plates are actually overlapping going up. That's interesting. And this one, I don't know about that there. I don't know if that's the best thing. But I mean, for crying out loud, I mean, this is my point. This still looks better than that. You know? It's just like, okay, all right. So, you know, you get into some other examples, plenty of examples. And like I say, I just get lost, you know. I mean, and take that one, for instance. I mean, that one looks amazing, you know, and it fits the lady's silhouette better. I mean, she is not going to be comfortable walking around in this, all right? So let's see, there are a couple more. I got to go all the way back up here. See, that illustrates my point of having the mail under the plate. So you get some interesting stuff like that, some nicer stuff like that. Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch, how about that? See, now this over here is definitely more on the fantasy side. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how all that articulation works. I'll save that for another time. But, I mean, like I said, you know, you can just get lost in this and you can analyze it. This, I really don't know what those are doing, to be honest. I don't know what those... I don't know how that's supposed to work. So, let's see here. I think that was the primary thing for that one. Oh, Ronamita. Oh, brother. This one, I think this is from the Underworld series of movies. Again, this one, I don't think she looks the most comfortable in this particular one. She has no counters, which is okay. You know, she's got the pauldron or the spalder thing going on, and the vambraces going on. This, I don't know. Something in here in the top, I mean, that just looks like too rigid. I mean, I don't think she's going to be... she does not look comfortable in that. Maybe, again, the cuirass, the breastplate, is too long, hindering her movement whenever she sits down. Don't know. But yeah, I mean, you get into some stuff like this. And I mean, there's just so many different takes that people have done with it. And it's just cool. It's just interesting to look at. Let's see. Maybe a couple more. Let's see here. Oh, shoot, I should have showed that other one. That's okay. Oh, here you go. See, there's another just quick, rather sketched type of thing. And again, it has like the feminine silhouette, and it's not like a fantastical, you know, type of over-the-top thing. It's a design for a lady, and it's even got the male in there, representation of the male in there. So, I mean, something like that, I mean, it's just cool stuff, you know? So, I mean, we're probably not going to want to go for something like that. Or this one over here, maybe not so much. I don't know if that's going to be quite as effective. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that one. So, there's just, again, there's more. You can keep going. There was one, which one was it? Oh, and then of course, I found Cate Blanchett actually armored up, which was amazing. You know, I mean, I think she was in the movie like Elizabeth or something like that. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I know she was working on something like that back. I think that was actually before, from what I read, it was before the Fellowship of the Ring. And you can see, again, some of these outfits here. I mean, something like that. See the collar here on this one fits so much better than the one that Morpeth Clark is wearing. So, you know, I mean, once you start actually making this stuff and actually using it, see, I mean, you have ladies basically wearing the same thing that the dudes wear, all right? And I mean, it's just tailored a little differently, tailored for the frame of the person wearing it. So you have plenty of stuff like that. And let's see here. There's another one, kind of nice. Got the whole King of England thing going on here. Yeah, see, I mean, it's just custom tailored fit for a different frame, for the lady's frame, which, you know, it works. I think this was this the one with Cate Blanchett? I think, yeah, I think this was there we go. So, you know, you have this one that was made for her, clearly. And it fits her, you know. So that's another interesting thing. So I'm going to wrap all this up, I think, a couple more. That one was just kind of cool. You know, I mean, it's minimalist, it's functional, and I mean, oh, check out the gorget on this one. Yeah, look at that. I'll unclick that. But look at the neck armor on that one. And you see how much room she also has here to maneuver her shoulders for maneuvering a blade or whatever she's going to do. I mean, and this is also higher. See, it doesn't have a deep plunge like this one does. I mean, this one, again, I'm just wondering, I mean, this is just going to be too long, you know? I mean, it should probably be, you know, a good deal shorter, like a hand shorter. I don't know. But I mean, see this one, she's able to kneel, she's able to get around. She has like, were they the 12s, I think? Tuille, Tuiles, something like that, of that nature. And that's a little different than the huge ones that Lady Gala Galadriel is wearing over here. And see, here's another one. I mean, see how much space she has around the neck to maneuver. I mean, it's not a close-fitting thing. I mean, and see how, look at how, boom, there it is. Boop, there it is. See, it's right in line with her elbows. Look at that. I mean, and the folds come down here. So, I mean, if you're going to do that, if you're going to customize armor in that way and use a breastplate like this and have the folds go down, I mean, this is just too long. These are just unwieldy. I mean, they have to be customized. They have to move. I mean, too rigid. This is just one piece. It's just too rigid. It's just going to flop around, and it's not attached to anything. So it's, I don't know. Haven't seen it too much in action yet. So let's see. And to wrap this all up, where did it go? I want to take us back to the amazing work that What a Workshop actually did 20 years ago under the, well, not under, but with the inspiration of two guys, Alan Lee and John Howe, who were eating, drinking, sleeping Tolkien for 20 years before the movies. All right. This, going back to my conversation with the one YouTuber, and given that a coat of mail was about the apex of technology at the time that Tolkien wanted to utilize, we have some spaulders here. We have some van braces. We don't have, this is not articulated, fully articulated 16th century plate, okay? This fits. These mount points attach to the armor, and it fits with what Tolkien didn't even describe. So, I mean, the fact that they went to this length was just, I mean, it's just jaw-dropping. I mean, it's just so much cooler to look at than, you know, this. I mean, yeah, you know, you've got the star, I guess, of a Elrondil, maybe. Who knows what that is. But you know what? I mean, oh well. It's like, Amazon, what are you doing? What are you doing? And you also have this, which is still in keeping with the aesthetic of having mail with some plate attached. You're not 16th century fully articulated plate, but you do have the added protection. And I mean, it's just so much better. I mean, all you have to do is look at it a little more in depth and you'll see it. So thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate you all. And until next time, peace out.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.